Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mark from the States. How are we doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Hopefully you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate all of you. I just day in and day out amazed that you come back and watch. This video requested. It's our third one, I believe, by Nicola White, and her mudlarking adventures. They're fascinating. They really are. I love the history that she finds in there. Just a little kind of odd, not huge, but sometimes she does find some crazy things. But it's just, I imagine, I don't know if it's something that I would do. Well, no, if I were given the opportunity, I would do it. Absolutely. The anticipation of going out there, because you just don't know what you're going to find. And the fact that so much has been dumped or fallen into the river over centuries, you just don't know what's down there. And it's so unique. Well, I don't know if it's unique, but it's just incredible that the water will go away so you can, at least a portion, see what's at the bottom. It's just fascinating. We've done a couple others that were just wild, where she's found weapons and firearms and whatnot. And you just wonder, gosh, how do those, what's the story? And I think the last one she did that we watched, she found like a Colt revolver or something. I can't remember. It was a handheld firearm, and it was old, and just pretty wild stuff that she finds. Hopefully, there was confusion the last time we did this about someone else had done the same video apparently, and while I don't, it does happen. We being all the reaction channels will repeat videos. We'll do the same video for sure. I tend not to go looking at the other reaction channels to see what videos they're doing. So hopefully when I do these requests or pick one myself, it's not one that had been, most likely if it's a really interesting video. Sometimes when we do those comparison videos, we don't do them a lot, but every once in a while, they're pretty popular. So it is going to been covered by someone else, and more than likely this has been too, because she's popular, and it is interesting, and that was kind of the case. The last video we did, people thought I'd already done it before, but someone else had just done it a day or so ago before me or something. That's real popular, that a lot of you watch as well. So it's not intentional, but if they're good, I guess. But I give you my permission. If this is a video that just came out from someone else, you don't need to watch. But I do still encourage you to go to their channel and support. It's so important. This video they have long titles. Never imagined I'd find something this perfect after 100 years in the mud. So that when someone sent me this, I was like, yeah, oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. And she has other videos where she's not just in the Thames, right? She's in other places. She's even in America, I think, right now, or at least was. Her latest videos, I believe, were from America. And she's gone to Amsterdam and, places like that. So she not just does the Thames, which is nice, but we want to see the history that is coming out of the River Thames, right? That's why we're here. And I'm excited to see this. So I encourage you all to come sit with me please. There is well, you know what? I'm not going to mention that because we'll eventually do another one of their videos. I'm sure. I have some in the request list, so I will probably just talk about it then. I want to thank everybody who watched the interview with Aries in the Nation. Danielle is a wonderful person, and that was a very fun interview to do, and unique because I had never thought about doing the interviews and making them to where people come watch them, and chat as they're watching them. Oh, great idea. So I'm always still learning, for sure. But this is kind of a long video. It's about a half hour, so I'll try not to stop too much, but come sit with me, please. You guys are amazing, and let's do it. This is Nicola White, and finding old stuff in the River Thames. I love it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go. I think I'd want to get on one of those boats too. Just kind of cruise up and down. That would be pretty awesome. Conic.
There's a really interesting bit of foreshore here with lots and lots of metal, and I've seen something square down here, but what I've noticed is that it does have some lettering on it just here. So,
I just can't see anything. What does it say?
Percy.
Percy.
Does
Is
that
it
say
like
Percy?
some sort of badge, maybe?
Percy. Oh, what is this? I wonder if it's a little name tag. There's no handy pool to rinse it off. Let's have a look here. Definitely looks like Percy, doesn't it? Percy something. Well, that will come home with me, and we will carry out some further investigation. It's probably nothing very interesting, but I do love things with a bit of lettering. Let me give it a
Well,
rub.
especially if it's got a name on it.
Good old jeans. Yeah, look.
Percy
something.
R.
It'd be lovely if there was an actual name on it that we could trace, but
Right. I don't know how she even spot, and now she's got a lot of experience doing this now, but to be able to just spot that in all that
into the bag it goes.
rock and other
Let's
debris.
have another look around here.
Wild.
I love all these metal-y bits. Everybody's cooling off over there. Pigeon pool party. Well, just down here, I've seen what I initially thought was a coin, just here. But on picking it up,
It's a butt.
I've realised
Button.
it's actually a button, and I don't recognise it.
That looks like the
at the
American
moment.
Eagle.
It's certainly a military button.
That looks
Some of you
American.
recognise it?
Looks like an American Eagle on the front.
Look at that. It's in really
Oh
good
yeah,
condition as
absolutely. With the shield.
well. Right, bit of further research needed. Let's take it home and have
Wow.
a closer look.
I know what the story is there.
Now, amazingly,
Before she continues, I think that's what draws me in is the story of these things, which they've been sitting in there for however long. Maybe this was 100 years. I don't know, but there's the story, and most likely you're not gonna probably 9.5 out of 10 times, you're not going to really know the historical story that goes along with why and how it ended up where it ended up. But if you're into that research type thing, how fun, right? How fun. It's just never ending.
There is down here another
It's like a coin
button.
or a button.
Just here.
Wow.
And I'm really looking forward to having a proper look at that. It's
That's
not
a shield
often
of some
I find
sort.
2 buttons in quick succession like that. So
Maybe a
this is
coat of
real
arms.
treat. A button bonanza.
She's literally finding needles in haystacks all the time.
Now, I've just seen this here, and I know that it must be a soldier under all of
What?
this, because you can see his legs, or part of his legs, and you can see the
Little
stand
pedestal. Yeah.
here. So, what is going on underneath all that?
How do you clean that?
incrustation? Now, I was really tempted to give it a big whack with my trowel, but I'm not going to because I'll just break him. So, he is going to come home with me, and I will gently try and remove that, and let's see what's going on underneath. So, stay tuned for the grand reveal later on, and hopefully we'll find a soldier underneath in good health and in good spirits.
And if you want to see other videos by her, the links are below. I forgot to tell you that. Links are below. It takes you to her channel and to this video, so you don't have to hear me talking and pausing. Encourage you to go over there and do that. But this is wild. Yeah, the stand part does, the base will stand out, but I don't know how you would even clean that. It's just, she's so amazing that she can just see these things. But she's got a ton of experience. So, and on top of that, she's just an enjoyable person to watch and listen to.
Now, this looks like a day for lead figures or figurines. Is this here
What
back
the?
of a horse? And also, weirdly, there's a coin there, but let's have a look at that in a minute. Right, this is...
I would have just thought that's a rock. It's a
Oh
dog.
my gosh, look.
Or a lion. Looks like a lion.
That is, if I'm not much mistaken, the head of a lion. I thought it was the rump of a horse or a cow, but no, that is definitely a lion. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Oh my god.
That is the thing about mudlarking. You just never know what you're going to find, and it always
Exactly.
is just such a thrill. And look, right next to it, a coin. The lion was guarding the coin. Probably a halfpenny, I should
And
say,
a
by the
nut.
looks of it.
Looks like a nut.
Yeah, that is a ship halfpenny, and we've got, looks like possibly George the VI, I think.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Well, brilliant. I can't wait to clean this up. 2 finds together.
You're not gonna take the nut? What kind of bird is that? Is that a duck? Couldn't tell.
There's a pipe stem down here. Let's see if there's
Oh,
anything
I see
on
it.
the end. What are the chances?
I'm gonna say no.
it's still going on there. And it's still going on there.
No way.
Ooh. Is there going to be a bowl on the end? What do you think? Yes or no?
I'm still going to say no.
Place your bets now, everyone. What are the chances? Oh,
It's long.
still going on down there, but oh, what a disappointment. You see, not every pipe has a happy ending. Have a little look and see if the bowl is down there, but no, it's not. Okay, so if you said there wasn't going to be a bowl on the end, then you have won. You have won. Do you know what? I just did a really silly thing. Just like before, I saw some pipe stem poking out of the mud, and I thought, oh well, you know, I'm not going to do that again. There's not going to be a bowl on the end. So I tugged it out, and guess what? There is a bowl. But not only that, the best thing about it is that it's actually a really small bowl, which indicates that it's a really old pipe. This is going to date to the 1600s.
No
early
way.
1600s. And most of the pipes that I find around here date to the early 18th century, early to mid 18th century. So this one is older, and it's pretty long as well for that age. So I don't actually have that many like this. So I'm sorry that you missed the extraction. It was good and swift. I didn't linger on it because I just thought that I was going to pull out a piece of stem. That will teach me. Anyway, you can join me for the bathing of it. The bathing ritual. Here we go.
That's wild.
I'll be able to date it more precisely when I get home because I can compare it to the pipes in my pipe book, and the fact that it's got that little
Man, it looks like it's in great
pointy
condition
heel
too.
there, that tells us something. And yeah, as you can see, really small bowl, and it's a 17th century pipe, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Woo!
Wow.
Nice one. Nice one. I've seen two things here. One modern and one a little older. Which one should I go for first? Okay, I'm gonna go for this first before the tide comes in. This looks like a message in a bottle or something in a bottle. Anyway,
No
bit of a
way.
magic bottle.
Nah.
That's curious, isn't it? We are going to have to investigate those.
Yeah, now you're obligated to answer back.
Into the bag it goes. But I've also seen a coin just down here. Let's have a look at it. Here it is. What is this coin then? Well, it's an old 1 penny, that's for sure, but who is on there? Oh, it's a George. Is that George V? Could be George V, I think. Woo,
Nice.
double whammy.
The old coins would
Can't
be
wait to see
pretty
what that
awesome.
message says. Now it's here where the wind really started to pick up, and I don't want to subject you to that noise, and so I'm doing a little bit of narrating here. Now, just after I found the message in a bottle and the coin, I spotted another coin. It was a really lovely low tide, so there were parts of the foreshore exposed that haven't been exposed for a while. So this one, I picked it up, and it also looks to me like a 1 penny, but who is going to be on it this time? Giving it a little clean in the pool there, and looking at it, I could see that actually this time it wasn't a king, it was indeed a queen, and I could also make out the date 1888. So I was also really struck by the colour of the coin, actually, the fact that it's been sitting there for so long. It had really discoloured, and it looked ever so beautiful, all these different sort of colours shining out from it.
How can you tell anything?
1888. And so therefore knew that it had to be Queen Victoria.
and it's
Wow.
always a delight to find Queen Victoria when you're out and about mudlarking. So
Sure.
I was very, very pleased with this coin, and I plan to give it a clean up when I get home to see if we can have a better look and see Queen Victoria a little better under all that discoloration there.
Something has caught my attention down here. It looks like a beautiful crystal. Maybe from a chandelier. Look at that. Oh, there's a nice piece of pottery here, actually, with a little bird on it, or at least part of a bird. But back to the chandelier. Here we go. There's actually still some metal in there. Yeah, what do you think? I reckon that probably, I don't know, it could be part of a necklace, but maybe from a chandelier.
Huh.
I think we're going to have to do a little sun shot. A crystal in the sun shot. Where's the sun? Beautiful.
What the heck? What is that? What is that? Happy
Shall we
face.
see what this bottle is here? It's probably an old milk bottle, but I just like the way that you can see it under the water there. Let's have a look, see if I'm right. See if I'm right. Out you come. Out you come. Yes, it is. It's a milk bottle. Probably United Dairies, I expect. Am I right? Let's have a look. Contents. Well, there's a crown there. In any case, that is definitely an old milk bottle.
I've got a question about trash. Now, I should probably just direct this at Nicola. I'm not even sure how to pronounce her name. Nicola or Nicola? I think it's Nicola. Are you allowed to pick up trash? If let's say you want to go down and just clean, stuff from broken bottles or modern trash, let's say, because at some point even the trash becomes historical, but like modern trash. I mean, are you allowed to do that? I'm sure a lot of you will know and can answer that question for me, but it would be interesting to see how much there is. I mean, no matter wherever humans are, there's always trash, it seems like. So you'll see in these videos or some I used to watch what was it called? Les Stroud, and it was like a Survivor Man. It was this series called Survivor Man, and Les Stroud, a Canadian, and he would go to he would film himself. He'd be the only one, not like Bear Grylls, who had a film crew with him. Les Stroud was the OG, and he would do it all himself, by himself, and he'd go to these crazy remote places. And then just the wild thing about it is, no matter where he went on Earth, to the most remote of remote places, he would find trash, like cans or plastic bottles or just stuff like that. And you're just like, oh, it's really sad, because it's just like so much trash, even in these pristine remote places where no humans live, and there's trash. It's just somehow found its way there. So bizarre. By the way, no slight on Bear Grylls. I love Bear Grylls. He's He's pretty awesome. I love watching him. Anyway, so yeah, I'm curious. I mean, are you allowed to pick up trash? Maybe you're not, but like modern trash.
You can see why I'm going to pick this up, can't you?
It's the bottom of a
Incorporate
bottle
that into a
or
fish.
something. White. Stretch. That was kind of funny.
Hi everyone, thank you very much indeed for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed that excursion mudlarking along the River Thames in London as much as I did. And as always, I hope that wherever you're watching from, you're in good health and in good spirits.
Thank you.
Did you notice that little goose, that little gosling rather, doing his yoga down on the river
Yes.
banks? I guess I'm not the only person who feels in a very relaxed state when I'm wandering along the foreshore. Maybe foreshore yoga could become a thing, but in any case, I just had to play that clip again because it was just so cute. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to talking to you about some of the objects there which you saw me pick up. And some of them have gone through an amazing transformation. It's always fantastic when you find something and then you clean it up and you find something that you really don't expect. So you recall that big lump of metal and mud that I picked up that I thought could be a lead soldier. So when I got home, I popped it into a tub of vinegar, not really having that many high hopes, to be honest. But here you're going to see the transformation from big clump of metal and rust to a soldier who came out the other side looking remarkably well.
No
very good
way.
health and in very good spirits. And he even
With
had
the
his
flag.
head. And here he is.
That's amazing.
And on the bottom, there's a name, so that helped me to identify the soldier, to find out exactly who he is. On the bottom, it's got Hill and Hill, which was a toy company founded
That's
in
amazing
1898.
that she's
They
able to clean
specialised
it.
in lead toys,
So
and
good.
lead figurines, and they later moved on to plastic. They stopped making toys in about 1950 or 1960. He is in fact a World War I French flag bearer. So isn't that
Found on
incredible?
eBay.
A French flag bearer, and the detail's incredible. Even his little eyes and nose. So that crusty mess was obviously really protecting him. So it just goes to show that
That's
sometimes
wild.
under lots of nasty layers there can be a beautiful soul. So maybe there's a lesson in that. And I'm just glad that he had some recognisable sort of legs poking out of the bottom of that lump, so that I even bothered to take him home.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy that you're able to see that.
So a perfect
Is
transformation. And talking of transformations, I also couldn't resist
Is the wild thing.
cleaning the 2 coins that I found with the message in a bottle. And indeed, George V was revealed, a nice coin from 1917. And then Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria, a 1 penny from 1888. And I know
Wow.
that, you know, not
That's
everyone likes it
awesome.
when you clean up coins, but these ones do look particularly
Oh
lovely
no.
now that
Yeah, I would
been
clean it
polished
so
up.
you could see it.
Moving on to the buttons, which you saw me find. Many of you, I know that many of you are watching from the USA.
Yes.
So especially if you were watching from the USA, you will have recognised that button. It is, of course, a US military button. I should have known that, really, but at the time I didn't. And so I would love to know which era this button comes from. If any of you out there could tell me, is it World War I or World War II? It would be great to know a little bit more about this button. And it's not the only US Army artefact that I have found on the River Thames. I found a couple, but I pulled one out of my display cabinet just now to have another look at. And there's this one, which I found a few years ago. Some of you may have seen
cool.
it on a video. It is a US Army, maybe a little cap badge or a shoulder
There are.
So there's the US Army button, and indeed there's also, of course, the French flag bearer here as well. So a little bit of a military theme going on.
Yeah, that button's cool.
Next, I'm going to move on to another transformation, this square object here. And it turns out that actually this is a token. Very exciting. It does say Percy on it. And, oh, by the way, I bet some of you were irritated when I kept rubbing it with my thumb, weren't you? I know people get a little bit cross about that. And then when I went on to rub it on my jeans. But anyway, sometimes it's just, you know, it's an instinct. You just can't help rubbing the thing that you pick up. But in any case, when I got home, I gave it a careful clean, and underneath the Percy was revealed the name Harmer. And underneath Harmer was Billingsgate.
Billingsgate.
So very exciting. I looked up Percy Harmer of Billingsgate, and he was a crab and lobster salesman at Billingsgate Market in the early 1900s.
That's wild.
He was born in 1895, and in fact his full name was Percy Pegg Harmer. What a great name.
Lobster
and so he was
crab
at
merchant.
Billingsgate definitely from at least 1910, and he was certainly there in 1927 because I found a receipt on eBay actually from him to somebody
eBay.
who had bought some crab and crawfish from him. Now it's quite damaged and eroded, but on the back I can just about make out a 2. So this would have been a token that somebody would have used to buy lobster and crab from Percy Harmer.
Incredible.
There in Billingsgate. So how exciting is that? I just love finding objects with a name on that I can link back to a person or a place. So this...
That would definitely be... like I said, if you were into like researching and doing the investigating and being the detective and finding out all that stuff and have the means and the time, let's face it, and the time, that getting a name and then of course a place would just be too much to ignore. You would probably, even I would probably have to get into it. But I love how and I know a lot of these type videos do this, where you see them find it, and at the end they do the reveal and clean. It's so good. So good.
This one really fits the bill. I was going to talk about my buttons, wasn't I, together, and I forgot about the second button that I found, which was a smaller one, and this button is actually from the City of London Club. Maybe somebody who worked at the City of London Club wore this button. Now the City of London Club is one of the oldest gentlemen's clubs in the City of London, and it was established in 1832, and as far as I know it's still going. But this is quite an old button. Probably from Victorian times, and it has got the City of London crest on it. So again, another really nice find.
It's cool.
A nice find relating to some of London's history. Let's take a look at this clay pipe, which I was really happy to find.
That cleaned up nice.
Unfortunately, you didn't see the extraction, but believe me, it did happen. And I was able to compare this to some of the charts that I've got here at home, and the shape of it, because there's quite an art, you know, to dating pipes. There's so many different shapes and sizes, and some pipes have flat heels, some have pointy heels, and all these things can sort of help us to find out the date or a more precise date for the pipe. So this one comes from about 1640 to 1680. So it's almost, it could be almost 400 years old. And it's quite staggering, isn't it, when you think that somebody was holding this sort of 375 to 400 years ago. I just find that
it's hard to tell between that and
astounding.
The one before it.
Often the pipes that I find are more sort of 1700, sort of 1740 onwards. And so if you look at this one and compare it to the shape of the one underneath, you can just see how The shape really evolves over time. The bowl is a lot smaller here and rounder, and then we've got this one here, completely different shape, and then a flat heel, pointy heel. So yeah, you begin to learn how to date these pipes just by looking at the size and the shape. We've also got this lovely lead lion. Maybe this was also made by Hill & Co. I don't know, unfortunately we only have his head, but I like to imagine that in the past some child was enjoying playing with this lion, and who knows how it ended up in the Thames.
That's the thing.
Next to the lion
You just
is also
don't
a
know.
coin, and it is in fact a ship halfpenny, George VI. So we've got a nice selection of monarchs here. We've got a George VI,
1939.
a Victoria, and a George V. Now, lastly, I've saved the message in a bottle till last. It's here in front of me.
Oh, I'd forgotten
I've
about
found now
that.
over 130 messages in bottles along the Thames, and it's always interesting to read them. Some of them I don't keep, some of them I just take photos of and then I send them off on their way. Some of them I have kept, and I've got a file. And one of these days I'm going to do a video about these messages.
You should do a
This
book.
one is quite strange. I think it's a kind of a spell or something like that. Anyway, you can give me your opinion. It's got like a strange diagram on it there. But there's a very interesting question on the bottom here. What do men want? So,
Okay.
that is the eternal question. What do men want? So, if any of you out there have any idea what men want and could help answer the question of the person who wrote or prepared and drew this very elaborate message in a bottle, then please let us know in the comments below.
Is there something on the back?
So I believe I've been through everything that you saw me find on that video. So now there's just a few other things that I wanted to mention to you. Firstly, in September, it is the Totally Thames Festival, and the Thames Festival Trust have just put out details about all the events that are going to take place. There's going to be lots and lots of things going on. It's always really exciting, the Totally Thames Festival. So do take a look on their website and see what's happening. And I am going to be doing a talk on the 4th of September
Oh, cool.
at the London Metropolitan Archives about my journey along the Thames and the people and the names I have discovered. So the details are also on the Thames Festival Trust website.
If I was there,
See you there.
I would
If
go.
I don't see you there, I hope that you do get to go along to some of the other events. And there are going to be some really brilliant mudlarking exhibitions as well in some lovely venues. So do take a look. The second thing that I wanted to say is some of you may have noticed that I am wearing a I Am Brett t-shirt. It doesn't say Lambretta, but it says I am Brett. Those of you that have been watching my channel for a long time may know what this refers to. If you haven't been watching it for a long time and you haven't seen that particular video, then you will not know why I'm wearing a t-shirt with I am Brett on it. But basically, I've just spotted something looking rather interesting. Whatever is this? I am Brett's 1501 something.
It does look like Lambretta, though.
Whatever is that? It's just like I am
Brett.
Brett's 150. Well, I don't know, that's a mystery. I'll need some help identifying that. How curious. Oh, honestly, sorry, I know, I've just made a complete fool of myself. I've just made a complete fool of myself. It's Lambretta, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I am Brett.
Okay, I thought I was going a little crazy there. That's hilarious.
I am Brett, everyone. That's what it says. And so it's been a little bit of an in-house joke. So finally, the
I love
t-shirt
it.
has come out. The I Am Brett t-shirt has arrived. Thanks very much to James and Mike of Mike Sanderson Picks. And so I am going to have a limited number of these t-shirts available.
That's so funny.
If you would like to get yourself
I'm like,
an I
that
Am
does
Brett
look like
t-shirt, and
Lambretta.
I'm going to be putting them on my Ko-fi site very soon. They have also been modelled by my good friend and mud buddy Sci-Fines.
Now, Sci-Fi, he's also does this sort of thing. So
And
some
not
of his
only do I
videos
have an
have
I Am
popped
Brett
up as well.
t-shirt, I also, thanks to
I haven't seen
Sci-Fines,
him though.
have got some other t-shirts coming out, including some stripy shirts. And I say thanks to Sci-Fines because he has designed me a really nice Tide Line Art logo, and I absolutely love it. So thank you so
nice.
much, Simon. He's incorporated pretty much, you know, everything that I love in there. There's an onion bottle, a clay pipe, there's a trowel, there's a pink boot, there's swans, there's fish. And so there'll also be some stripy tops that you can purchase, and some t-shirts, and also some mugs, and even some key rings. So go and take a look and see if there's anything there that you fancy. I'm going to try and get them on my Ko-fi site really soon. So I hope that wherever you are going to have an excellent week coming
This was
up
nice.
ahead of you. I hope that you take some time to do something that you really enjoy doing. And thanks again for all your support, for your donations to my Ko-fi and my super thanks, and for all your comments. Goodbye from me until the next time. Take care, and I'm sending you lots of love from here in London. Bye-bye.
Very cool. I'm telling you, I want to get on a boat and go up and down the river. I think it would be amazing. Amazing. To Mudlarking, yes, you need a permit. Finish up with the ducks. Nice. Okay, we are going to jump out. That was a fun video. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, my question is can you pick up trash, remove it, like old, like modern trash, to help the environment, right? If you're down there, if that's something you wanted to, so someone can let me know. I don't know. Maybe there's just a strict rule you can't. Well, I mean, you're able to take things home. So I wonder what the rules are on what you can take and what you have to leave. I guess maybe that would be the question. I can maybe go over to somehow find out how to get a permit and see what the rules are and all that stuff. But yeah, really cool. That was a fun video. Thank you for the suggestion. I do have a list. It's long. But I'll still do videos off that list. You know, we're trying to build the catalog of original content creators who allow us to learn from their videos. So the list is growing. Just takes a long time to contact them and then wait for their response. And some are really fast. Some were a little more popular, or you know, like me, don't answer emails like all the time right away. I need to be better at that. Of course, my email is in the description along with the links from this video to go support Nicola White and her Tideline Art channel. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. Cool video. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. We will see you maybe tomorrow. Oh, probably not tomorrow. I just forgot. Tonight, I have to go to a facility and sleep for the evening. Apparently, I've been snoring pretty bad. So, and I even stopped breathing, according to my wife. So, I made an appointment to go over and do this sleep study. Where they're going to hook me up to wires. I'm going to sleep in there, whatever it is, and they can monitor how I sleep at night and hopefully then find a treatment. I pray that it's not the mask, because I don't want to wear that, because I hate things on my face, and hopefully they'll have some alternative way of doing it. So I'm a little worried about what they're going to find. I'm not worried about doing the exam or the test, but I am worried about the course of action after, because I just can't do it. I can't wear something on my face. But anyway, hopefully in this facility they have a fan, because I need a fan. I like to have noise. I doubt they'll have a TV, so I'll be looking at my phone. And I want to know, I can bring my pillow, but I want to bring like Violet. I want to bring my cat. I wonder if they'll let me bring my cat. I don't think so. Anyway, all right, I'll let you know how it goes, but I probably won't do a video tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe. I go tonight at 8:30, and then I'm out of there by 5:30 in the morning. So probably not though. But I'll let you know how it was in the next video. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark